Alright guys, we are back for more of my birthday special for AubreyS1987. We just did a game of Wheel of Fortune for the Nintendo Wii, and that was a whole lot of fun. And we ended up winning $76,700, which was definitely a very nice total there. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii. So let's see if we can do good on this game.
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
We'll just do easy difficulty like always, and here we go. Alright. Let's see if we can win Aubrey a lot of money this game.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome today's contestant. Player 1. Player 2.
Taking on Katie and Samuel this game. And there's the late great Alex Trebek that we all miss very much to this day.
Alex Trebek.
Thanks, Johnny. Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
Thank
Here we
you.
go. Jeopardy round.
Alright, let's see what the categories are for the Jeopardy round.
The categories for the Jeopardy round are Brit Speak.
Brits speak.
Let's go to
Suriname, Canada, Mexico, or the United States. Meet the Robinsons, literary pets, and flowers.
All right, let's get back into this. Player 1 has control of the board. Select a clue by pointing the Wii remote at the screen and pressing the A.
Let's start with literary pets for 200.
The title beast of his The Hound of the Baskervilles is actually the pet of Mr. Jack Stapleton. It's player 1. Use the Wii remote.
Who is Arthur Conan Doyle? That's right. Alright, literary pets for 400.
Please pick again. Harry Potter uses his snowy owl named this to transfer messages. Yes, player 1.
Who is Hedwig? Got it. Alright, literary pets for 600.
Return to you. Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings' The Yearling centers on this type of pet.
I'm not quite sure about this one. I'm not going to take a guess on it.
Here's the response we were looking for. A deer.
It was a deer. Okay. Literary pets for 800.
Little Swan, Little Bear, and Greenfinch are some of the goats of this Johanna Spirilass.
I don't know this one.
Here's what we were looking for. Heidi.
It was Heidi. Okay. Alright, literary pets for 1,000.
A poetic Eliot feline who has lived many lives in succession is named for this 5th book of the Old Testament.
Let's see what Katie says. Deuteronomy, and she's right. And that puts her in the lead as well.
Player 2. Pick again.
Flowers for 200.
Holding reserves through winter, these globular underground buds let flowers like narcissus bloom early. Player 1.
What are bulbs? Yes! Alright, flowers for 400.
Select again. This large group of flowering plants attracts serious devotees like those who pay $10,000 for one Peruvian plant. Yes, player 1.
What are orchids?
Good for you.
That's right! Alright, back in the lead. Flowers for 600.
This Mayflower of the buttercup family has a C version too. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the anemone? Got it. Flowers for 800.
You again, player 1.
Answer Daily Double!
Answer the Daily Double. You are in.
It's still pretty early in the game, so I'll make it a true daily double.
Okay, here is the clue. A bouquet of a dozen cinquefoils ought to have a total of this many petals.
Oh. I'll say, what is 60?
You have
Got it! So we double our money to $3,600. Alright, flowers for 1,000.
L. vulgare is the oxide type of this common flower.
I don't know this.
Here's the correct response. The daisy.
It was the daisy. Okay.
Select.
Alright, meet the Robinsons for 200.
In 1947, he shattered baseball's color line.
I definitely should know this.
Okay, player one.
Who is Jackie Robinson?
That's right.
Meet the Robinsons for 400, please.
You get to pick again. Like a famous mister of song, it was the nickname of tap dancer Bill Robinson. Player one.
What is Bojangles?
Right.
Meet the Robinsons for 600.
Player one. This Motown legend co-wrote My Girl and Tears of a Clown. It's player one.
Who is Smokey Robinson?
Correct.
Meet the Robinsons for 800.
Here's again, player one. In 1951, he defeated Jake LaMotta to become middleweight boxing champ. Player one.
Who is Sugar Ray Robinson?
That's correct.
Meet the Robinsons for 1,000.
Player one. Emmanuel Goldenberg was the real name of the Robinson who used this first name on the stage. It's player one.
Who or what is Edward?
Yes.
Got it! And we ran the category.
Please pick.
Alright, let's go to Canada, Mexico, the United States for 200.
The largest in area. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Canada?
Yep.
Canada, Mexico, the United States for 400.
It's 90% Catholic. Okay, player one.
What is Mexico?
Good.
Canada, Mexico, the United States for 600.
The most populous. Yes, player one.
What is the United States?
Correct.
Canada, Mexico, the United States for
In
800.
return to you. It has 2 official languages. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Canada?
You got it.
Canada, Mexico, the United States for 1,000.
Again, player one. Ruled by an emperor from 1864 to 1867. It's player one.
What is Mexico?
That's correct.
And we ran that category. Well done.
Player one.
Okay, let's go to Suriname for 200.
Since many of Suriname's workers come from India, this religion is practiced by almost 30%. Okay, player one.
What is Islam?
Sorry.
No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on
But
this?
it's only $200 that we lost right there, so we can't be too worried about that.
Yes, player two.
Alright, Katie says Hinduism, and that was what we needed.
Select again.
Alright, let's go to Suriname for 400.
1967 deal. The English got New York City, and these people got the territory that would become Suriname. Player one.
Who are the Dutch?
Right.
Yes! Alright, let's go to Suriname for 600.
Player one. A powerful presence in the country is Suralco, part of this giant metals company. It's player one.
What is Kaiser? No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? We're talking about Alcoa.
It was Alcoa that we needed. Okay. Alright, let's go to Suriname for 800.
Suriname is wedged between Guyana and this dependency.
I'll try it.
Player 1.
What is French Guiana? There we go. That puts me up to exactly $10,000. Let's go to Suriname for 1,000.
About half of Suriname's 439,000 people live in this capital city. Okay.
Alright, let's see what Samuel says. Paramaribo, and he's right.
You again, player 3.
Brit speak for 200.
Fancy a cuppa, love? Cuppa is a cup of this. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is tea?
Yes.
Brit speak for 400.
You get to pick again. This brand name has become a noun and a verb for vacuum. Yes, player 1.
What is Hoover?
Yes.
Brit speak for 600.
Choose again. While Americans put gas in their cars, the British put in this 6-letter equivalent. It's player 1.
What is diesel? No.
Any other takers?
I had it between two of them, but I unfortunately picked the wrong one.
Here's what we wanted. Petrol.
Yeah, it was petrol that we needed. That would have been my second guess. Alright, Brit speak for 800.
This term for an electrical outlet sounds like a presentations program from Microsoft.
Now this I should
Player
know.
1.
What is a PowerPoint?
Hey,
Alright, let's go to the last clue.
here's the $1,000 clue for you. As they have a tendency to burst open in the frying pan, sausages are popularly called these.
I'm not sure on this.
The correct response is bangers.
It was bangers. Okay.
Player 3.
But we're off to a good start after the Jeopardy round, as we currently are in the lead with $10,800, and Samuel selects first in Double Jeopardy since he's in last place. Let's see what the categories are. Endgame with N in quotation marks, science adjectives, classic novel spoilers, airports, Elvis lyrics,
And
USA Today's memorable quote makers.
Player 3. You're in last.
Endgame for 400.
Christmas in Calais or Cannes. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Noel? Yes. All right. Endgame for 800.
In a song from the film The Jungle Book, these are bare.
I'm not quite sure on this.
Here's what we were looking for. Necessities.
It was necessities. Okay.
Player 1.
Endgame for 1200.
This Latin term means it does not follow. Hey, what's for lunch?
I have no clue on this one.
Here's the response we were looking for. Non sequitur.
It was non sequitur. Okay.
Select again.
Endgame for 1600.
Evil gold hoarders are the title guys in Wagner's Ring of the This. The correct response is the Nibelung.
It was the Nibelung. Alright.
Player 1.
Endgame for 2000.
From the Arabic for hunting horn. It's another name for mother of pearl. Here's what we wanted. Nacre.
It was Nacre. Okay.
You get to pick again, player
How
one.
about we go to airports for 400?
Denver International has North America's longest commercial one of these, 3 miles long. Player one?
What is a runway?
Right.
Airports for 800.
You again, player one. At St. Petersburg Clearwater Airport in this state, a plaque marks the 1914 sale of the first air travel ticket. Yes, player one.
What is New York?
That's not
No.
it. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player three?
Samuel says Florida, and that was what we needed.
Please pick again. Player three.
Classic novel sports for
Which scientist
400.
creates monster that craves bride? Scientist makes and destroys bride. Scientist dies. Monster mourns. It's player one.
What is Frankenstein?
You got it.
Got it. Alright, let's do classic novel sports for 800.
Raskolnikov murders an old woman. Raskolnikov confesses and is sentenced to 8 years in Siberia. Here's the correct response. Crime and
It was Crime and Punishment. Okay.
Player
Classic
one,
novel
13,
sports for 1200.
Constance marries paralyzed Sir Clifford, has an affair with the gamekeeper, gets pregnant, awaits divorce and new life.
What does Samuel say? Tropical cancer, and that's not right.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I'll try it since it is 50-50.
Let's hear it. Player one.
What is Lady Chatler's lover? Yes! Okay. Let's go to classic novel sports for 1600.
Heathcliff is raised in the Earnshaw home. Falls for Kathy. Love thwarted. Both die. We're talking about Wuthering Heights.
It was Wuthering Heights. Okay.
We return
Classic
to
novel
one.
sports for 2000.
Itinerant workers George and Lenny dream of owning a ranch. Lenny accidentally kills a girl. George kills Lenny. Here's the correct response. Of mice and
It
men.
was of Mice and Men.
Choose
Okay.
again.
Airports for 1200.
This mayor presided over the construction of New York City's first municipal airport.
I don't know what this is here. I'm not going to try
Here's
it.
the correct response. Fiorello LaGuardia.
It was Fiorello LaGuardia. Okay. Airports for 1600.
A company called BAA operates Southampton, Stansted, and Glasgow. But this is its busiest airport.
I'll try it.
Okay, player one.
What is, Heathrow?
Yep.
And I picked the right one! Sweet!
Please.
Alright, airports for 2000.
At this European city's airport, you can have a sandwich and, of course, a coffee at the Café Karen Blixen.
Let's go for it.
Yes, player one.
What is Copenhagen?
That's right.
Yes! Now we're up to $16,000. Alright, science adjectives for 400.
Because they're most active after dark, opossums are described as this, Latin for of the night. Okay, player one.
What is nocturnal?
That's correct.
Science aptitude for 800.
Player 1. Hummus, which floats on water because of little air pockets, is described as this, from the Greek for passage. It's player 1.
What is bouillante?
No.
No.
Anyone else? Player 2.
Katie says,
That's correct.
roaches, and that's right.
Player 2. Back to you.
Science aptitude for
This
1200.
10-letter adjective describes a medical condition that was present at birth.
I don't know this one.
We're talking about congenital.
It was congenital. Okay.
You get to pick again, player 2.
Science aptitude for
Here's
1600.
Kelly from our Clue Crew with the clue.
Hydrogen and oxygen atoms bind tightly together to create water molecules by sharing electrons in this type of bond, from the Latin for strong together.
Here's the correct response. Covalent.
It was covalent. Okay. I was kind of thinking that, but I wasn't too sure. Elvis lyrics for
You have
400.
made my life complete, and I love you so. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is love me tender?
Do it.
Okay. Let's do Elvis
again.
lyrics for 800.
Warden said, hey buddy, don't you be no square. If you can't find a partner, use a wooden chair. It's player 1.
What is Jailhouse Rock?
You are correct.
Elvis lyrics for
Player
1200.
1. If you can't come around, at least please telephone. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is... Don't Be Cruel?
Yes.
That's right! Alright, Elvis lyrics for 1600.
Ooh, I feel my temperature rising. Help me, I'm flaming. I must be 109.
Not quite sure on this one.
Here's the response we were looking for. Burning love.
It was Burning Love. Okay.
Player
Elvis
1,
lyrics for
back to you.
2000.
Sully?
And there's the first of two daily doubles.
And the first of the daily doubles. You are in the
Alright, this is a category I'm not really all that confident about. I'm just gonna do a small wager and do 2000.
Here is your daily double clue. No such number, no such zone.
What is Return to Sender?
That puts you.
That's right, and I'm now up to $20,000. Alright, science aptitude for 2000.
Sarcasm aside, this word from the Greek for burning describes a substance that causes corrosion. Okay, player 3.
Alright, what does Samuel say? Caustic, and that's right.
Please pick again, player 3.
Alright, USA Today's memorable quote makers for
Tear
400.
down this wall. Yes, player 1.
Who is Jimmy Carter? No.
That's incorrect. Any other takers? Player 3.
Alright, Samuel's gonna say Ronald Reagan, and that's what we needed. It was also gonna be my second guess too, but that's okay. USA Today's memorable quote makers for 800.
Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Oprah Winfrey? No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player 3.
Alright, Samuel says Jesse Jackson, and that's not it. So that narrows it down for
Anyone else
Katie.
want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, player 2.
We are looking for Hillary Clinton.
You again, player 2.
USA Today's memorable quote makers for
People, I just wanna say,
1200.
you know, can we all get along? Yes, player.
Let's see what Samuel says here. Rodney Kane, and that's it.
Select again.
USA Today's memorable quote makers for 1600. There's the other daily double.
Answer. The second daily double. You are currently in second.
Alright, looks like Samuel's wagering everything.
And the daily double clue. Keep hope alive.
And he says Bill Clinton. That's not it, so he goes down to nothing.
Jesse Jackson.
It was Jesse Jackson.
And the $2,000.
Alright, last clue.
How do we know when irrational exuberance has unduly escalated asset values? It's player 3.
Alright, Samuel says Robert Reach, and that's not it. So it looks like Samuel's not going to be around for Final Jeopardy.
Yes, player 1.
Alright, let's try it. Who is Alan Greenspan?
Right.
Yes! Alright, we have a very big lead at the end of Double Jeopardy with $20,800. It's down to me and Katie here, and let's see what our category
Today
is.
the category is this. The 50 states.
The 50 states.
So,
And we do have a runaway game, so we could definitely secure a win here. Okay, I will do 9,200.
each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer.
Alright, here's the clue.
Jeopardy clue, and here it is. It was the only state physically and politically formed directly because of the Civil War.
Oh, I think I should know this. I'm gonna say, what is Texas?
Did you come up with the correct response?
Alright, Katie said Kansas,
And
she's wrong. And she risked everything, dropping her down to 0.
what did you say?
I said Texas, am I right?
And that was...
No! I was wrong, so I lose 9,200, but I still win with $11,600.
Correct response.
It was West Virginia that we needed. Okay.
Player 1.
But it doesn't matter. Still pulled off a great win in this segment for Aubrey here. So I do say $11,600 is not that bad of a total for what we won in this game. Could have been a little bit better if it wasn't for me getting that Final Jeopardy clue wrong right there. But as long as I still won the game out there, it still is the most important thing that matters. So anyways, that is going to do it for Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii as part of my birthday special for AubreyS1987. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.